We're now 3 weeks into the new HotelPlanner Tour season. 2 new champions have been crowned so far. MJ Viljoen claimed the spoils in a playoff at the SDC Open at Zabula Golf Estate and Spa.
Viljoen hold this birdie for an emotional win. A victory that was made even more special by doing it in front of his family.
And last week saw another playoff as Will Enifer won his maiden tour title at the Circa Cape Town Open.
He caressed his putt right into the heart of the hole to claim the title in fantastic style, much to the delight of him, his caddy and his girlfriend Anna Dawson, who is also a professional golfer.
Halfway through our 4-week South African swing, and a look at the early road to Mallorca rankings shows few surprises, with our 2 winners so far leading the way. At the completion of the HotelPlanner Tour season, the top 15 players in the final rankings will gain their cards for the 2027 DP World Tour. And as an extra incentive, any player that wins 3 times during the year will gain automatic promotion. A feat achieved last season by Renato Paratore and the South African JC Ritchie. This week, the HotelPlanner Tour heads to George in South Africa's Western Cape province. A popular holiday destination, it's also renowned for its golf courses, and we are at one of the very best, the world-famous Fancourt. It's home to 3 world-class courses, Montague, Outeniqua and the Links. It's the 3rd of 4 co-sanctioned events with the Sunshine Tour, as the players teed it up at the NTT Data Pro-Am, brought to you by Standard Bank. It's an event that's been dominated by South African golfers since becoming a part of the HotelPlanner Tour schedule, with 4 of the 7 editions won by golfers from the Rainbow Nation. And 2 of those were claimed by our featured player this week, Wilco Nienaber. The area brought so many good memories for Nienaber, he decided to move here.
Hey guys, welcome to my house. This is Lexi. Lexi is, she's about 3 years old and she's busy, as you can see. Come on, Lexi. Let's see if you can sit. Sit. All the time. No. Yeah, I think it's one thing to have off weeks, but to actually where you spend the off weeks matters. Just being able to kind of not think golf all the time and hear golf all the time and questions about golf. It's nice. It's really nice. I got my own space when I come home. That's the place I am most of the time. Long story short, really, really nice. Love making myself a coffee. Sport myself to a really nice setup. As you can see, this is really comfortable. Big TV. When I watch tennis, I always joke I don't watch it like this. It's a big privilege on the other side as well to be able to sleep in your own bed and play a golf course and a tournament of this nature. Obviously, it's a massive blessing that I can stay in a place that's close to that. So I really enjoy my bed. I think besides that, I just enjoy being in my own space. Kind of feeling that for once I don't have to pack a bag, live out the cupboard and not the suitcase. Lexi loves that spot as well. We had some ribs last night and then every single time the sauce drips down, Lexi's here to clean it. So she loves when we get busy here. It's a golf course where I go and practice in a normal off week. So it's kind of, I don't even feel like I need to take out the yardage book and see what I need to hit. I just know this is what I'm doing on this hole and that's what I'm doing. And on one side it's nice, but also like that's an aggressive approach as well, because when you play social golf, you just see how many birdies you can try and make and don't really think of anything else. So kind of getting the balance right between being smart, aggressive, that's an important thing. find this quite satisfying. Not that I'm the best at it, but I'll have a little taste. Nice foam in my big moustache, quite nice. Yeah, I made the decision to focus on one tour only, that being this tour, HotelPlanner Tour, and the reason for it is to try and get a good card that gets me into tournaments, hopefully for 27. Yeah, I've got obviously high expectation, trying to finish as high as I can on the order of merit to hopefully, when you do get the card, to get into the big tournaments for the next season.
And so we turn to Thursday and what was supposed to be the opening day. Unfortunately, the weather had other ideas. Rain in the weeks leading up to the event had softened the courses, and a deluge on Wednesday night had made them unplayable.
The tournament's been now reduced to 54 holes, and we felt that if we followed the same format of the players having to play the 3 golf courses, which was the Links, Otaniqua and Montague, that if we had maybe 2 to 2.5 hours of more rain delays over the next 3 days, we just wouldn't be achievable. We wouldn't be able to get the tournament finished. So the decision was made was that we would actually consolidate the tournament now into just being played over 2 golf courses, which is Otaniqua and Montague. And in that way, we feel that we have enough time that if we do have the bit of rain delays here and there, we can still manage it, and we can still get 2 rounds in before Saturday night, and then there'll be a cut made Saturday night, with those making the cut playing on Sunday, again on the Montague course.
Well, playing finally got underway on Friday, and before our feature group went off, the morning starters were setting the pace. Kit Alexander can take you through some of the key stories.
Benjamin Follett-Smith started on the 10th and he raced to the turn in just 31 strokes. He birdied the first and second, and this approach set up his 6th red number in a row at the 3rd to get him to -8. Gerhard Pepler also started on the back 9. He drained this birdie putt for one of his 9 red numbers in a fantastic 65. Follett-Smith made further gains at 5 and 6, and this 5-wood on the par 5 8th travelled 255 yards and stopped on a dime to set up an eagle putt that could move him to an incredible 12 under par for the round. The Zimbabwean converted, and his playing partner, former Springbok and Rugby World Cup winner Schalk Brits, was absolutely loving it. He needed a birdie at his final hole to break 60. He couldn't find the green in regulation, so needed to chip in from here at 9 to shoot an incredible 59. It wasn't to be, but he would tap in for par and signed for a sensational 60. Follett-Smith off to a hot start and in the lead.
Yeah, frustrated knowing that I needed birdie down the last to make 59, but 60 is just as good. I think it's my lowest on Sunshine Tour, so pretty cool. Fantastic. Thank you.
Yes, what a round from Follett-Smith. But our focus now falls on our featured player, Wilco Nienaber. Finally teeing off in the afternoon at the Otaniqua course on the 10th, and with 12 under to try and chase, it would be quite a task. But that didn't seem to affect the defending champion. Indeed, it might have inspired him. He got off to a flying start with birdie at his very first hole. No further gains would follow until a birdie on the par 3 15th, and then another on the par 5 17th, as our man made the turn at 3 under. But as the wet weather returned, it was frustrating for Wilco. There were missed opportunities. He was losing touch with the pace set in the morning.
Pretty annoyed the whole day, to be honest. obviously wanted to get going yesterday, but seeing the course in the way that it is, unfortunately, they did a great job making it playable. Just unforeseen rain, and struggled to get myself to hit the putts hard enough.
Nienaber stayed patient, and it would pay off with birdie at 3, his 12th, as the bad weather struck again. It didn't affect this birdie on 5, but Nienaber would drop his first shot at the next hole, the par 4 6th. He made that up on the next hole, but coming down his last, a wayward tee shot spelt disaster. Unable to find his ball, Wilco was forced to take another tee shot, leading to a double bogey finish, leaving him at 3 under. Not the best way to end the day, and some ground to make up.
Look, Ben played great. It's going to be tough to catch him in 2 days, but yeah, it's not the golf course that we're used to, so it can happen to me tomorrow. I'm playing nice, and I just want to kind of not have momentum stop us like I am.
Time to regroup, ready for the new day and the new test. The Montague course was awaiting the defending champion. A look at the leaderboard heading into the weekend showed Follett Smith well set for the final 2 rounds. JJ Senecal was sitting 3 shots off the leader in solo second. Max Kennedy joining Gerhard Pepler a further 2 back. Welcome back to the HotelPlanner Tour. We are in George, South Africa, for the NTT Data Pro-Am, brought to you by Standard Bank. Benjamin Follett Smith had set an almighty target at 12 under, but JJ Senecal was very much in the mix after a first round 63, with the rest trying to hang on to their coattails. More bad weather meant the players didn't start until almost 5 hours later than scheduled. But a giant golfing figure was making his move.
South African legend Ernie Els was on the charge on the Montague course with 6 birdies in the first 10 holes. And he continued the momentum with this approach into the par 4 11th. The 4-time major champion was rolling back the years, and he found the bottom of the cup to get to 10 under par. MJ Daffy was having a super round on the Outeniqua course. No drop shots and 7 birdies meant he was tied with overnight leader Follett Smith. This approach into the 9th, his final hole, gave him a chance to nudge in front. It was a chance he took. Daffy converted the birdie effort for a 64 to set the clubhouse lead at 13 under par, but there was still a lot of golf to be played in round 2.
I pretty much executed everything I wanted to do today. You know, it was a nice, easy round in a sense. I made my fair share of putts, but I put the old trusty back in the bag, and you know, it's been serving me well. It's nice to get memories with a putter you've used successful before.
Els' round stalled with back-to-back bogeys on 13 and 14. He left this birdie effort in the jaws at the 18th, so he had to settle for a closing par. The 56-year-old was at -8, but still giving the fans plenty of thrills.
He really had it going there, 7 under through 11 holes, so it's looking at something really special. But I think I ran out of steam or something, you know, I wasn't quite sharp enough. I had that little chip shot on number 13, which I really underplayed, and I think that really got me, you know. Then I 3-putted the next, but hey, listen, I'll be around for tomorrow, and you know, just got to get a little bit sharp. If I get another run like that, I'd love to finish it off into something nice.
Follett Smith was struggling to find yesterday's magic on the Montague course. He was 3 over for the round through 8 holes, but he produced this magnificent second shot with a driver off the deck at the par 5 ninth. He needed something to get him going. Was that it? He found the magic when he needed it though and canned the putt for a much needed eagle. Unfortunately, bad light would suspend play and halt his momentum, so he returned on Sunday morning to complete a round of 74. Kieran Vincent also had to finish off on Sunday morning. He had this birdie putt on 18 for a 64. It wasn't to be, but his bogey-free round of -7 was still enough to fire him into a tie for the lead.
Daffy and Vincent were both joined at the top by Bryce Easton, each man looking to get a maiden HotelPlanner Tour title under his belt. But with a hungry group bunched within 4 shots behind them, we were set for a tense finish. It had been a week of delays and drama, a real test of patience for the players. But as the leaders made ready to tee off for the final round at the NTT Data Pro-Am brought to you by Standard Bank, one sensed further twists and turns lay in store.
Bryce Easton was one of those tied for the lead after rounds of 66 and 65. And he picked up right where he left off with this approach, using the slopes well into the first. Easton rolled it in for about 10 feet to sneak ahead very early in the final round with a dream start, birdie at 1. MJ Daffy responded well with a birdie at the second, and he took solo possession of the lead with this red number at the third. Kieran Vincent dropped a shot at 2. Zimbabwean fired this approach into the 5th, taking advantage of the soft conditions to spin it back, and that set up an excellent chance for birdie. Breaking off the left, but no mistake from the 28-year-old as he got back to level par for the day and into a tie for 4th. Easton rode the par train after his early birdie before he just missed this eagle opportunity at the 9th. So unlucky with the lip out, but the tap-in for birdie would haul him alongside Daffy at the summit as they headed into the back 9. There was a 2-shot swing on the 10th. Easton bogeyed, so this pickup from Daffy opened up a 2-shot cushion. American Hunter Logan recovered brilliantly from a double bogey at the 3rd, with birdies at 6, 9 and 10. He knocked this approach onto the green at the 11th. An outside chance, but he made it, and the birdie got him to -13 and maintained his challenge for the title. He was capitalising on his first made cut anywhere since early 2024. Logan now had the bit between his teeth, and this second shot on the 14th gave him a chance to get within 1 shot of Daffy's lead. A big moment, and the HotelPlanner Tour rookie rolled it home, and a fairy tale victory was in reach. Easton had endured a nightmare start to the back 9 with 3 bogeys in a row from the 10th, but a 3-time Sunshine Tour winner dug deep for this birdie at 16. He was 1 back of Logan and Daffy, who bogeyed the 14th. Logan's day ended in disaster as he hit 2 balls into the water and made double bogey on the last. Easton also found the drink with his second. Daffy, though, held his nerve to find the front edge of the green from 171 yards. Easton's bogey meant Daffy had shots to play with. But he closed out his first HotelPlanner Tour title in style by holding this brilliant eagle putt for a 4-shot victory. An incredible moment and wonderful celebrations on the 18th green with his family.
Yes, confirmation of MJ Daffy's win. The South African Sunday 69 getting him over the line. Our featured player Wilco Nienaber ended in a tie for 18th, but it proved a week to remember for our winner, made even more special, surrounded by his family.
I've always dreamt of having them run out on the 18th after a win, and you know, obviously there were some times where I was like wondering if it's ever going to happen. It was a perfect storm. I was sick at the beginning of this week with the delay. I was given enough time to get better, and you know, it's everything just fell in place, and it's just amazing when it does happen that you realize, like, you know, how much control you actually have, and it's not a lot. So these outcomes is contributed by a lot of things.
A look at the Road to Mallorca rankings confirms that after his win, MJ Daffy now sits 3rd after gaining 94 spots. Other big movers were Max Kennedy and Kieran Vincent, up to 6th and 7th. A little further down, German Yannick de Bruyne sits in what will become that all-important 15th position. But there's an awful long way to go. And so another fine week on the HotelPlanner Tour reaches a conclusion with some Daffy family delight. Next time, the South African swing continues with the Johnson Workwear Durban Open as the long and winding road to the grand final in Mallorca continues.